not having the same problems up there as we're having in the northern colonies, are you?
Yeah. It's one of the northern colonies.
What are you hiding from me?
Nothing at all.
Mr. Stout.
All right then. When I met with Mr. Fish this morning, he said he had this brought down from the Carolinas.
It's beautiful.
Yes, isn't it lovely?
What color?
Yeah, I was thinking it would make the most wonderful robe. Robe, darling. This one's getting so old. Look, I've got a big hole in the back over here, and I think I had a mishap with some sherry. Besides, I think that this would drape rather nicely on me, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
You shall look very fancy, darling.
Yes, I'm sure that I shall. Oh, yeah.
Well then, I shall put Molly right on this.
Oh, no, darling, please. Molly is a wonderful cook, but she's a terrible seamstress. No. I much prefer you take care of that with your own fair hands. Perhaps a pair of matching slippers. Oh, I can't imagine, dear. Perhaps we should speak with Molly about her housekeeping.
I shall take care of it, darling. A misunderstanding, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. She's a lovely girl, but sometimes.
Indeed.
I would very much like to practice, I think. Yes,
Well, why don't we let our guests decide? Would you like to hear Mr. Stout play the penny whistle?
Oh, sure.
Okay. However did it get there?
Oh, I can't imagine, dear. Perhaps we should speak with Molly about her housekeeping.
I shall take care of it, darling. A misunderstanding, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. She's a lovely girl, but sometimes.
Indeed.
I would very much like to practice, I think. Yes. Yes.
Well, why don't we let our guests decide? Would you like to hear Mr. Stout play the penny whistle?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course you would. Very good. See how they indulge
Too
me.
polite, madam.
Perhaps,
You want to know why it was buried in the rice, don't you?
yes, I think I managed to get the last pieces out. Perhaps something jolly, a hornpipe, maybe. Yeah. Let's see now.
Twist the slack out, and then you would hold it and pass the key over to your partner, who would do the same thing on his side, and you're literally just lacing it up like a big boot. And much harder to do. Your pomegranates grew here, beans, but other things like the apples and the nuts would be imported. Enjoying yourself, Mr. Stout?
Please forgive me, my dear. I must catch my amusements where I can. There's nothing to be afraid of. Look, it's just an old horseshoe crab.
Rather monstrous.
Yes, that's what I thought. William found it down by the seashore. I told him it was ghastly and that he had to bring it back into the house. Yes. You see, this is the horseshoe shape here, my dear. See? There we are. Although I think it looks rather like a courgette. I told him to wear one instead of that big silver thing.
Well, it has been said of Lord Tunham that he can be a bit crabby.
Indeed. I think we should show this to Mr. Bartram. He's going to be our house guest for the next few days. He's a naturalist. Yes, he's been traveling around the Floridas, learning our very... Yes?
Well, it's a toaster.
Well, I can see that it's a toaster, dear, but what's wrong with just putting the bread on a gridiron over some coals.
This does both sides.
Extravagance, my dear. Extravagance, I think. I wouldn't know if this is contraption against the wall over there.
This is for your morning coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Molly will place the unroasted beans in the canister. And then it's a simple matter of toasting them over the fire.
Oh, that's a good one.
For roasting my coffee beans. Yeah. But Molly does a perfectly good job putting the beans in a kettle and stirring them about with a spoon. Really, dear, I see no difference in the mechanic of the turning of your canister and the turning of a wooden spoon. I'm afraid I think they're somewhat frivolous. Yes, unnecessary. I'm sure very expensive. Did Mr. Fish sell that to you?
Well, he does have all the modern conveniences, darling.
I'm sure that these modern conveniences will be the death of us all. Yes. I shall go back over the books and begin counting beans again. What are these, anyway? Are these for the chickens?
No, darling. They're for the charity baskets we're making for the poor.
You give these to the poor?
Yes.
To eat?
Indeed.
Ah, good. Yeah. Well, we can't furnish them all with pomegranates, can we? Yeah.
Working on lately. He was practicing some chip carving, which is a pretty simple style of decorative carving. It has the big advantage, unlike most kinds of carving, you can do it in much softer wood than you normally would be able to. This is a piece in cypress, which was done out of a piece of scrap, which is why there's lots of other sort of nicks in it. This is pine.
What kind of wood would they have here?
It would be cypress and pine would be the two main ones. I was practicing on poplar first just because poplar is a really good wood to practice carving in. It has a very even, consistent grain. It doesn't tear out as much as other woods do.
Good afternoon.
This is the representation of what you would see as a 1740s blacksmith shop. Typically, when you came to a craftsman in the 1740s, you'd be looking for something very specific. More often than not, what we're making out of here is a lot of hardware. Nails, hooks, chains, hinges. Simultaneously, the iron pence in obviously is extremely expensive. One of the reasons for its expense is it has a 2.5-month journey because it has to be shipped over from Spain. That's providing that it's running in any foul weather or any ill fleets. More more.
Trying to breathe underwater. Trying to hide 'cause I'm scared. Confusing with just one from the other. 'Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Underwater. Trying to hide 'cause I'm scared. Confusing with just one from the other. 'Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Thank you.